Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of No Holds Barred with IT. My name is Itunu. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Compliment of the season. It's been a while. Actually, I wanted to do another video, a separate video today, but I need to deal with what is trending now in the country, especially Yoruba land. So, recently, a few days ago, the Queen, do we have Queen in Yoruba land? No. The Olori of King Enit, Oba Enitan, Adeyeye, Ogunwusi, the Ooni of Ife, Arole Oodua, to be precise. She came on her Instagram page and said, hey, she was done with the marriage. And I think a lot of things has been said, a lot of people has done videos on this, but like you trust your girl, no holds barred, we come with our own side, our own angle to the story. So today I'm asking the Jájá. Yeah, that's one of his titles. That's one of the titles of the Ooni of Ife. I'm asking him, what's going on? What is going on? Because we really need to know what is going on, because this is abnormal, really. If we have counted three women that has held that position of his wife in the last 3 years. So that's why I'm asking him, Kabiyesi, what's going on? You are, by tradition, I don't want to go deeply into tradition in this video. Actually, I was a little bit confused on the particular channel of mine to do this video, to post this video. Should I do it on No Holds Barred? Should it be on a common lady? So I said, okay, it goes well with the two channels. So I'm going to be asking Ooni of Ife, Arole Oodua, what is going on? I've featured you on a common lady before, when I spoke on how to greetings of, it was a recent video, greetings of Obas and all that. I featured you. You are someone I admire so much. You have all what it takes for any woman to want to be your wife. Let me ask you, people watching me, how many of you doesn't really want to be the wife of the Ooni? I doubt. A lot of women want to be his wife. Even now, as Naomi says she was done with the marriage. That's the Queen, and Naomi, the Olori. Even as it were that she says she's done with the marriage. A lot of women are sticking to their social media to say, hey, I'm not the Queen, I'm now the Olori and all that. Okay. Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi is the 51st king that will rule in Ife. And we've not heard this kind of drama in that kingdom. I don't know. I stand to be corrected. We've not had this kind of drama before, and I'm sure other kings that left that throne had more than one wife. Yes, traditionally in Yoruba land, and even elsewhere, kings do have more than one wife. So it is not an issue that the king will have more than one wife. But why is it that different Olori will come into the king's life and then they will walk away? with all the fame the Oba has, with all his charisma, with all his wealth, why would women now walk away? That brings me to think that something is terribly wrong somewhere. And that's why I'm asking the Jájá that what's going on? Do you need to address something? Is there something? I know there are things we don't know that is between you and Naomi and the others that have left. But truth must be told. Why don't you deal with what is pursuing women from that palace? Why don't you address, like I said, the king is a man with, you all know him, is a man with a lot of charisma, a lot of aura around him. Even I was telling someone, I said, even men that are not as rich as he is, men that are not as handsome as he is, men that are not as famous as he is, they have wives at home, for God's sake. They are able, even artisans, yes, they are able to keep women. They are able to to hold their marriages. So why is it that the Ooni of Ife, with all his charisma, with all his fame, with all his riches, cannot seems to be able to have a woman in his life? Kábíyèsí, kádé pẹ́ lórí, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn á wúwo dábẹ́rẹ́. The throne of Ife, to be sincere, shouldn't be exposed to this kind of ridicule. I call it ridicule because that is what it is. This is no holds barred. We say the way it is. Like I just said, men that doesn't have the kind of charisma you have, the kind of fame, the kind of money you have, the kind of influence you have, even men that their wives are the ones feeding them, they have a lot of them, those women still stayed. So for me, this is a very, very serious matter. This is something that needs to be addressed. Yorubas, there's an adage in Yoruba that àgbà kì í wà lọ́jà kórí ọmọ tuntun wọ́. Ẹ̀yin àgbà náà lè máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Why don't you, for me, approach elders? You are an elder yourself, but ẹnìkan kì í gbọ́n tán. We don't all know. No one is a monopoly of knowledge. Why don't you approach elders? Why don't you deal with this thing? Because trust me, if you marry again, if any woman comes into your life again as the Olori of Ife, trust me, whatever has pursued these 3 women that have left in the last 3 years, we still pursue the other ones coming. That's it. Because it is, the Bible says, when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? So in essence, what's going on? I keep asking you, Jájá, what's going on? Ifethrone is surrounded with deep myth, deep traditions that you can't just jettison a lot of things. You can't, even without being a traditional, even without you occupying a traditional stool, sitting on a throne, the Yorubas will say, kò sí àpọ́nlé fún ọba tí ò ní olórí. They say it to even common men, not to talk of you, that you are the king. Now, we need to know that some decorum has to be observed. There should be rules of engagement. You can't just have a woman walk in as Olori this year and next year she's gone. You are not the one that has drove these 3 women I'm referring to. They all left. What's going on? What's going on? When Naomi came into the picture, everybody was like, okay, this one has come to say she's a young girl, she's pretty, she's, she fits that throne. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen. What will be the reason why a woman will walk away from a man like this? Now, it is unfortunate that this is happening, especially to the throne of Ife. Like I said, Ife is very deep in in Yoruba mythology, and there are a lot of things that surrounds that throne. This is not the throne, although no throne is good for this kind of thing. Is a bad representation, knowing fully well that Ife is a bedrock of Yoruba tradition. Now, Kabesi, for me, you are supposed to be examples to others. People should want to get married by merely seeing your marriage. You are supposed to set a good example. And trust me, what is happening in your domain is a bad taste in the mouth. It is a bad taste in the mouth. It's not. Sade Soji Aderemi, the king that ruled before the last one, Chijuade, was part of the team that negotiated for the independence of Nigeria. Yes, this man had more than one wife. One more wife. I don't even know the number of wives he had. All I'm trying to say is that if Sir Aderemi was in that kind of position to be part of the people that will negotiate for Nigeria's independence from the British, that speaks volume. The question is, with what is happening in your own home, obviously, can you function in that kind of arena negotiating for Nigeria? Will the world take you seriously? Won't they say, somebody that cannot even rule a woman, how can you rule Ife, and by extension the Yoruba race? Like I said, the Yoruba tradition starts from Ife. Ife is the bedrock of Yoruba tradition. So if women keep coming and going, then there's a problem that needs to be addressed. Society will not forgive this kind of thing. People, already questions are being asked that what is really going on. Like I said, you should be, examples others will follow. You should be, because you are, not even you should be, you are the custodian. Yeah, you are the custodian of tradition. You are the custodian of tradition. You have a lot on you. There was a day the first and the only time I met you. I met you at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja, and I like what I saw. Honestly, I've gone there an assignment, and you were there. I was in the elevator when I was, the elevator was about opening when I began to hear, all those things, people shouting around you. So I said, what's that? What's going on? And by the time I got to the lobby, I saw you. Oh my goodness, this is this man. I love what I saw. You have the charisma. You have the aura. Name it. So why? What's going on? Can we clean up this mess? Can we get to the root of this? That's why I said consult the elders. Let them look into what is going on. A lot of things are going wrong, and they shouldn't be. This lady is she's a very young lady, and for me, I don't know how many women will want to just walk away from their marriage. It's very rare for women to just decide and walk away. Something is terribly wrong, and that is why I'm saying you should address whatever it is, because marrying another woman will not solve the problem. Some people are already saying that yes, so we marry another person. Although there is another argument, there is another talk, there's another school of thought that okay, maybe our Instagram account was hacked. Well, for me, I think that's maybe you people are trying to cover something up. But honestly, I know there has been this lady has been in and out of the palace. She stayed more in Akure, which shouldn't be. A queen must be present in the palace. If nothing is wrong, why should she be in Akure for a month and then in Ife for 2 days? Something is definitely wrong. So let's agree for a second that our Instagram account was hacked. Okay, let's excuse you. But then you know that there are things that need to be addressed, because the way this lady go in and out of the palace is not ideal. An Olori in Yoruba land or elsewhere should be present in the palace. In the southwest of Nigeria today, Benin Kingdom, the Benin tradition is what I really love, because they don't mess up with their throne. Even their queens don't even go out. The queens, I can say queens because Oba of Benin has more than one wife. They don't leave the palace. Have you ever seen Oba of Benin in public talking? Even in his palace, when people visit him, you will see the man cover his mouth with, an handkerchief. It doesn't. So they hold their, and Benin, they don't joke with their kings. That's because of the way the institution is handled by the custodians, by the person that is seated on the throne. I cannot. Some people have said it's because you are young. No, Obadiah, you are not young. Trust me, you are not. Josiah in the Bible was 8 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years old when he ascended the throne of his forefathers, and he ruled for decades. 56 years or so thereabout. And the Bible says he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. That's a good testimony. So please, get to the root of this matter. When the foundation is faulty, the Bible says, what can the righteous do? Something's definitely wrong. So, I'll keep you posted if I hear anything. If I get the gist of what is wrong with Ifethrone, I will let you know. But on a more serious note, this is not good for the institution. This is not good for the throne. This is not good for Ife. Ife, for God's sake, come on. Tradition starts from Ife. So please, I'm going to jam that video that we address Naomi herself. But for now, jájá, I really will do it. You are holding a very big office. The crown on your head is a heavy one. I'm not saying by weight, but you know what I mean. So please, approach the elders. Ìkíní, ìkejì, ìkẹta. Kò yẹ kó jẹ́ ìní ìgbà ọ̀rẹ́ máa máa ṣí mọ́ lórí gbogbo ìgbà. Yes, that's the truth. Oh yeah. So please, let's clean up this mess. Let people enjoy your reign. This shouldn't be your testimony. Obade Soja Aderoni had more than one wife. Obashijwade, those I grew up to know Obaderemi. Yes, I knew when he was there. Yeah, I knew when he went to join with his ancestors. Like I said in my other videos in Akomolete, you about that Obas don't die. They enter the roof. They joined their ancestors. I knew when Obashijwade came in, when he was coronated. I knew when he went to join the class. You came after him. We don't have this kind of testimonies about these ones that I have mentioned and previous ones that I wasn't privy to know. So please, you are educated, you are advanced. Please, this shouldn't be your testimony. So until I come your way very soon with another hot story. This is Ifethrone saying bye, be safe, and have a blessed celebration. I love you. Bye.